Hello, everyone. Welcome to Observations from the Fence Post. This video is a comic book review of the series 10,000 Black Feathers. And today we'll be looking at issue number 4 in that series. Now, this series is part of a bigger universe that is known as the Bone Orchard Mythos. This is a horror series, and let's do some recapping before we jump into this particular issue. So far, what we know is that this is a story about a lady named Patricia Reed. She is an author, and she has returned to her childhood home. She is having some visions, dreams, hallucination, voices. She's experiencing this type of thing, and it's made her want to go home to see if she can come to terms with some things. And what we learn is that her childhood friend, Jackie Glatt, disappeared when they were teenagers. So as she has returned to her childhood home, she has hooked up with Jackie's mom, Terry, just to try to come to terms with what's going on. Now, interesting, Patricia believes that Jackie is still alive, even though most people have written her off as dead. So let's catch up to last issue, issue number 3, where we learned a few things. What we learned in that particular issue is that there was a man named Casey Dubois who was arrested and charged with the disappearance of Jackie, but there just wasn't enough evidence to keep him, and he had alibis, and so he was released. But of course, when something like that happens to someone, it does try to create some public persona problems. So in issue number 3, in the present day, Patricia has arranged a meeting with Casey Dubois to just ask him some questions. Initially, he didn't want to participate, but she convinced him that she had good intention and just wanted to ask him some questions. So we learned that in the last issue. The very tail end of that issue got very, very interesting, as Casey Dubois was found to be murdered. Not just murdered, but kind of violently murdered, as he was strung up and gutted. And guess who found the body? None other than our Patricia Reed. So we also learn last issue in a flashback that Patricia had actually seen Jackie on the night of her disappearance. And when she had seen her that night, she had kind of confessed that she had deeper feelings for Jackie than just friendship. So we learned that in the last issue. Okay. So that brings us to issue number 4. Now, it starts off with, wow, the city is starting in places to witness the falling of black feathers from the sky. It is a puzzle to the people witnessing this type of event. The next thing it gets into is Patricia is actually being held for questioning by the police over the death of Casey Dubois. So we have a big delving into that aspect of the story. And afterwards, we kind of learn that this thing really kicks into what appears to be a supernatural angle. It appears that there is some sort of creature that Jackie and Patricia had created when they were children. It seems to be related to all this stuff going on. And boy, does it take a supernatural turn. And that's basically the setup of this issue, is after the story of Patricia being interviewed at the police station, it kicks in with some pretty hefty stuff involving this creature that Patricia remembers as just being a fictional creation that her and Jackie did when they were young kids and friends. So gets really fun, really interesting. As you can probably guess, that this was the original look of the creature that they created on the cover here. So boy, does this get good. It is a horror story. It's a good horror story. Let me kind of show you some of the artwork. Okay. This is the opening sequence where you can see black feathers are falling, around the town. Okay. This is some of her interrogation by the police, and she is having to go places that to see if she can come to terms with what could be going on. And that's kind of where we are in this particular story. I do recommend it. I have a feeling this will eventually be collected. The whole story will be collected in a trade of some sort, a trade hardback and a trade paperback. That would not surprise me. But in the meantime, this is worth picking up. This is probably the series I look forward to the most when I go to the comic book shop. I'm really enjoying this. Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino, and Dave Stewart are an amazing creative team. They've worked together, and I'm really enjoying what they have to offer. So thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful day. Remember, always keep it between the ditches, and peace.